Hi everyone, this is another one of those gameplay ramble videos. I do show you how I'm making gold in this hour just while playing the game because I think it's good for a lot of people to see that I do not just spend my time grinding. I think by the end of this I made 101,000 gold for just 1 hour, and the gold was not the focus. I was decor hunting and I ended up with a bunch of mounds and things. But this is not a structured how to make gold. There isn't a farm in here. Gold just happened while I was playing the game. So if you're interested in coming along for a ramble and a wander and accidental gold making, this video is for you. Alright, so this one is going to be pre-recorded. I know one person mentioned they'd like it to be a stream. I just don't know if I can make a stream work for you guys in terms of giving you a regular time where most of my audience is on. I do find that most of my audience is on at 6 a.m. my time. And I am not a morning person, guys. And when I'm doing morning things, it's with my 4-year-olds because I have no other option. So I'm not sure how we can make a stream go where you guys will actually be able to be on while I'm doing the recording, as opposed to me being able to do it with you, because I feel like most of you will just be watching it recorded after the fact anyway because of the times that I can do it in. So I haven't been on today, and I don't know what kind of a mess my bag looks like. I had a lazy day yesterday. I didn't really log on. I logged on, I listed my auctions, and then I logged off. So I haven't done very much at all. It was a writing day. I've got deadlines, guys. Deadlines I gotta meet. So might not be a very impressive bag open at this stage because I was just really lazy. But that's what this is. I'm a lazy person doing lazy people things. And gold still happens. So you can see there, that was like almost 20,000 gold. And I'm just doing whatever it is I'm doing. So I'm just going to list these on the auction house for you guys. The other thing is, if I make this a stream, my keyboard is like a steel series. It makes a really awesome clicking sound when you play, but it does not sound really awesome and clicking for people listening to the recording. I don't know how much you guys would enjoy listening to my keys click. So there is that too. The software I have is able to edit out the clicking noise that makes. So I'm not sure how you guys would feel about that during a live stream. And there's no way to stop it. It is just my gaming keyboard. My gaming keyboard is extra clicky. It does sound really impressive when I do writing though, because it sounds like I'm going very fast. So might have been part of the reason why I bought it. So I'm just listing all of these on the auction house. This isn't a gold making video. If you're here and looking for gold making stuff, this isn't that. I'm just listing this on the auction house before I go and do a thing. This is normally how I do it. Just checking that's still in profit. This is normally how I do it in the morning. I just go and relist everything on the auction house and then go off and make gold. Go off and do whatever I'm doing, and gold making happens. So this says it's negative for me, but it is actually in profit because I bought these for cheaper than what they're currently listed. I don't know what it is about the weekend, but prices on the weekend go insane. I make a lot of gold on the weekend, and most of it is just AFK. I just come back every, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes, an hour, and relist my auctions. So it's pretty easy gold. Just double checking that one too. This was insane over the weekend. Primal Fire was like 900 and something gold. Thinking about doing a video on my gold wins for the week, for the month, and my gold losses, because I did have gold losses. If you watched my other video, I don't know what went on, but the Authority of Air Enchant, I finally got rid of them, guys, but at a massive loss. Like, I still don't know how I ended up with as many as I ended up with. It's still a mystery. But I did finally get rid of them, but I must have been like at a 60, 70,000 gold loss. So that was expensive. And I've been leveling an alchemist. I am making another video for you guys. I've been leveling an alchemist, and I must have blown, like, I don't know. You see me in the video, I think I transferred 70,000 gold across, but since then there's been a little bit more gold that I've sent over because I've been lazy leveling. So I think we're at like 90,000 gold that I've sent to an alt for leveling professions because lazy. and I didn't want to go farm them, didn't want to go do the flower picking. We will do enchants, I think. I'll do an auction house scan. There's just the butcher birds. Hopefully the birds don't bother you guys. I do live in Australia, and the birds we have are quite noisy. You know they're there. They like you to know they're there. So it's just going to keep happening. So while I'm here, because I'm very, very rarely in the capital city, just going to do these patron orders, and with tailoring, make some stuff at the table before I go off and do things. I know I said this wasn't a goal video. It is not a goal video. This is just a me doing what I'm doing video, and you guys can feel free to come along. I don't know how much gold we've made already. There we go. Titan panel's working again, guys. I have to go in and turn it back on. It's very frustrating. Hopefully WoW gives us a replacement for it if they're going to remove it, because I like knowing my gold per hour. Sometimes when you go and do like a raw gold farm, the mobs drop gold, and it can make a difference. It can make, you know, anywhere from 200 to 500 gold difference. So we are going to make this Imperial Silk. It's really easy. If you don't have the pattern, go and get the pattern. It just makes a fair bit of gold. You can only make one a day. You can see here, I can only make one a day, but for 1,100 gold. And because you can only make one a day, it doesn't require babysitting, so you're not likely to be undercut by a bunch of them. I am in the wrong one, which is why I can't see my creating things. So you can see my concentration is getting a little bit on the upside. So I'm just looking to see if there's anything I can use it for that's worthwhile. Like I could use it for these things, but I don't want to be buying regents. I know I said this wasn't a gold video, and it turns out I'm giving you gold advice. I suppose that's one of the bonuses for trying to chill out and spend some time with me. I will randomly tell you gold stuff. I wouldn't be buying these kinds of regents right now if you're not going to regularly use them. So if you're going to make this, make sure you've got exactly enough and you're not holding them. Now is really the time. I think the pre-patch happens Wednesday this week. You don't want to be caught with a bunch of old stuff, just in case for whatever reason that pre-patch makes it not worth having anymore. When I say old stuff, I don't mean decor stuff. If what you've got is related to decor, it doesn't matter. Don't be worried about holding that. But I would be worried about holding anything that does not, whoops, I made two of those, does not directly equal decor, because I think you'll have a hard time getting your money back on that. So just in case, I could be wrong, but I would rather not be holding this. What do I need? Don't have the alchemy one. I finally used all my weaver cloth. It took almost a whole season after I farmed all of that weaver cloth. I don't know if you guys remember the Dark Flame Cleft, the Dark Flame Cleft follower dungeon. I made so much gold for a little while there that I was actually just stashing half of what I was getting. I was stashing half of the stuff and turning it into weaver cloth. So I've finally run out of it. So I haven't bought weaver cloth. I haven't bought exquisite weaver cloth for almost a whole season. So that's been sweet. Oh, went on a tangent. Didn't actually see if I could make any of the things. I'm gonna check the spell threads. This one's pretty good. So I will be buying the weaver cloth, the exquisite one. But I'm going to try and buy as much as I need. I don't know how many I can make. What's the thing? We're just going to buy a random amount. I'm going to relist it on the auction house right away. So I'm not left holding it. Let's buy 50. This is what my brain is like, guys. It's honestly amazing I get anything done. Put our concentration on. Yes, we've had our potion. These potions, guys, oh my goodness, I'm opening everything. These potions, they're so cheap. They're so cheap, and they save you so much regent-wise. If you're not buying it, you're leaving gold on the table. So go and get some, even if you're just buying the silver level ones. Whoops, not making the gold level ones. Well, there was a bunch of money in a hole, but that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna have to buy more weaver cloth. This is probably how I stuffed up and made that other one. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I do stuff up, but somehow gold making still happens. We'll list these. Hopefully the silver ones sell. I'm sure they will. Buy some more of this. Hopefully we don't stuff up this time. Alright, I'm gonna be so careful to click the doodad. Alright. It's making, and it's making it gold. Look at that. It's a good thing we've got this, because I would have made a bunch of those if this wasn't telling me it was red. So we've used all our concentration, because that's helpful. I probably will not come back to Dawn for anything that isn't fleeting for the next little bit. So there's just so much money to be made in the other expansions. Like if you're just going to chill out somewhere, it should be somewhere you can do like a farming loop. And if you're not sure what those are, go and check out my other videos, because there are quite a few at the moment where you can just basically, I do my auction house in some of those areas, like the Motive Manor Farm, and there's a couple of other ones as well, but I just do my auction house mount there. And then in between, if there's a lot of monsters, I run around and kill them. Make easy gold just in between checking stuff. So it's definitely worth looking at. I feel like I'm missing a cloth. The moon cloth, I think. Did I already sell all of those? No? Yes, no. It's getting close though. I make so many of these, like every, I don't know, probably 2 days, I make 50 of them. It's a huge gold outlay, but it makes a lot of gold back. But I'm selling a lot of these every day. That's saying something, given the competition. Looks a bit low. Why is it a bit low? Got to scroll all the way back up to the top. So, pretty sure I bought these for cheaper than that. Yeah, you can buy the Motes of Life for cheaper than that right now. I try not to buy the primals, I buy the motes. It makes a huge gold difference. Like you can see just here, there's like 100 gold difference per cloth buying it this way, as opposed to buying it as primals. So that warning is fine for us because we were smart about it. We didn't stretch ourselves. All right, we will go check our other patron orders just because might as well. We're here, we've got our buff on before we make our silver level enchants and then go off into the world and do something that's tangent filled and totally unrelated to anything I've talked about so far. I should do that shadow thing. It's a bit of a slow day, guys. I might actually pause this for a minute and go make a coffee. We'll create this. Maybe I can go make a coffee while I'm crafting stuff and speed that up for you guys. See, I wouldn't be able to do this if it was streaming. You guys would have to just be without me while I go make a coffee for 5 minutes. Coffee is like 90% of my ability to function. It really went downhill after having twins. Really depend on that coffee to have the go-go juice. So we will do an auction house scan actually, so don't get bit in the butt. It's looking like a couple of those are in profit though, so run a full scan. And we'll just try to keep those listed while we're playing, see how much accidental gold we can make while being lazy. Just the train there, guys. So we've been at this for like 13 minutes so far. And basically this is what I do before I play. The 13 minutes sets you up really for the rest of the day, just listing stuff on the auction house, because you don't have to make stuff again. Just listing stuff on the auction house every so often, checking to make sure you're not undercut. It can make a huge difference to your gold. I think I spend, because I have a couple of alts now, all for you guys. That's how much I respect you guys. I've made a bunch of alts when I didn't think it would be a thing I would do. And it has actually, I am making more gold and learning a lot about other professions. I still think enchanting and tailoring are the best in terms of gold making potential, but I could be biased. So looks like we're gonna have to buy more dust. I wonder if it's still as cheap as it was yesterday. It is. It's going downhill real fast. I think there'll be a bit of a spike for the storm dust once midnight drops. Couldn't think. Brain melting. I really need that coffee. Once midnight drops, it's by 4,000 apiece. Yeah, why not? Because it is still decor related and there'll be less people farming it. Do I need the gleaming shards? I think I've got enough. There won't be as many people farming it, so the price of that will go back up. I don't know how much. I don't think it will go back to current, like when it was like 18 gold and stuff. I don't think it will go back to that, but it will go back. We'll go back up a little bit. So I wouldn't hold it to flip, but if you've got an enchanter, it would be worth holding to make the decor with, so you're not buying it at the more expensive prices. I need like a coffee robot. Is anybody an engineer? Can somebody make me a coffee robot? I do have a coffee machine. I shouldn't be so lazy, but I have to go press the button. I sound so lazy. I promise I'm really quite physically active. I'm just low motivation. Low motivation. Once I start doing a thing, I'll want to keep doing it. Scouts March is doing really well. Anything speed related, really, is doing very well because lots of people are farming right now. Lots of people are making farming alts. I actually might make 10 of those. Lots of people are making farming alts, and it's just doing very well, the silver level one, because people are buying them, putting them on. So, and Cavalry's March is doing very well as well. I do sell less of those, but I am selling them. I went like a whole expansion without ever selling a Cavalry's March. I sold the first one the other day, and I know it was the first one because I got the first time craft for it. So I hadn't made any this entire expansion until right at the end. There are some of these Whisper ones speed related as well. They're doing pretty good too. Oh, we're doing well, 25,000. Normally I stop at 10,000, but we'll just go through. I haven't gone through the list yet. It's amazing how much gold you can make with just a couple of minutes before you start your gameplay of setting this up. Like it's been almost 20 minutes now. There was like just a bit of nothing time in the middle of there. But it's been almost 20 minutes now, and I'm going to make a lot of gold today just because I took the time to set this up before I started to play. Sorry guys, phone call there. I'll try to edit it out, but just in case you hear the shrill sounds of that phone ringing. So you can see here lots of gold with silver level enchants. I suppose technically these are gold, but I can make these without any concentration, so I lump them into the same. But lots and lots of gold right now. It won't last forever, so don't make too many. Don't be caught out with a bunch of them. I'm confident that I'll sell most of these today though, if not all of them. I think this will continue to be a big earner. It's required for one of the decors. Might even be a couple, I don't know. I know for sure it's required for one of the decors. I don't have max level everything yet. Let me know. If you know, let me know. Making 20 is probably pushing that. We'll make 4. That'll give us 20. See, Cavalry's March. I actually still have a couple of those, so I'm not going to make any more right now. It's like the other one. I don't know how it happened, but I ended up with like 26. I'm definitely doing something, guys. I don't know. Definitely doing something. So you can see here the speed enchants. These whispers are really good, and the glimmerings. I can just make a bunch and list them on the auction house, and they do very well. They're not as competitive as the silvers, There might be getting competitive because I'm telling everybody to go and look at the silver level enchants and the gold level enchants, the easy stuff. You can see here, session profit, 30, brain melting, 30,000 gold. And we haven't even made it all the way through the list yet. I know I have to sell that and I haven't made the gold yet, but I'm really confident I will sell that. So I'm not worried at all. You just watch the outlay I put in there. I put in a massive amount of gold. I think 18,000 gold to buy the dust. I didn't even think about it. I'm just that confident I will make it back. But I'm not at all stressed about it. Did we make the Silken Speed enchant? Avoidance. Armored Speed. No. We'll make that speed one as well, I think. We're running out of dust. Or glimmering shards, I'm not sure which. Gleaming shards. Yeah, these are doing well. This is how I AFK gold, guys. Just in case you were wondering. I'll make a bunch of these, I list them, I wander away, and then I spend the day coming back randomly to make sure I'm in the front of the line. I'm not sure if I'll include this in the video or not. I'm not sure if this is what you guys want. I suppose it's got the gold making in it, which is mostly why you guys are here. This was supposed to be a ramble video, and it will be, but I just thought I'd show you what the start of my day looks like. And I do this only once a day, except for maybe on weekends, because sometimes the way it sells is just insane. What did we make? We made haste. So we'll make some mastery. Sometimes it sells incredibly quickly, and then I just go and make some more because you might as well. If I'm on and they're all sold, I'll make some more because, like I said, you might as well. So I could buy more dust. Don't make Authority of Air, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. I could buy some more dust because there are a couple of weapon enchants here that are doing okay. I'm not going to because lazy. I think it's dust that I need. It's not dust. Maybe it's shards. It is. It's shards that I need. Because I'm lazy. I might later if they all sell, but we'll see. The weapon enchants do pretty well, to be honest. There's often less competition around them, so it's not terrible. Just list all this on the auction house. We will run an undercut scan, and then I will go make coffee and come back to you guys much more caffeinated than I am at present, which will hopefully make a big difference to how coherent I am. You can see those enchants, like they're selling as fast as I'm listing them. So it's going to be nice, easy gold today, I think. I don't remember what number we got to. I stopped looking. Last I checked, it was 30-something thousand. Don't forget to list the oils. They get lost in my bag, and I often forget to list the oils. And we will just relist these. Must have sold all of those. Some of these lower ones, these the Spellweave and the Moonshroud, they're easier to make because you don't have to go to a place. So they're much more competitive. The prices on them are often lower and they're much more competitive. Just because so many people do prefer the lazy method. So many people prefer the lazy method of gold making, which is stand in place and make lots of gold, and I truly respect that. But if you do have the motivation to fly to a place, you will make more gold going to make like the shadow cloth and the spell cloth and the moon cloth. It is more effort. And if you're lazy like me, you could just AFK there, I guess. Fly to the place where you can make them the moon well or the altar or the nether storm. Fly to the place and then leave your character AFK there. I do that sometimes on like AFK days when these are selling very quickly, these cloths. I just AFK either in the place where the mana guys from that mana video spawn, and I kill those, or I AFK in a place where I can make lots of cloth really quickly without having to go there. But even if you have to go there, it's not like it takes very long if you're like being active about it. You can even just fly. The speedy flying, I'm gonna go get that coffee. The speedy flying gets you there very quickly, so It doesn't take too long to do. These are the ones we listed when we logged on, I think. Crystalline Radiance, it always sells a lot, but it's very competitive. Even though it's competitive, though, I sell a lot of them, which is why I made so many. Could be clicking the space bar. I didn't say I had thinky bits, guys. Just making sure I did put everything back on the auction house. These are doing pretty well. They're selling pretty quickly. Pretty competitive though. Like you move down the line very quickly, but it's fine if you're watching it. All right, guys, I'm going to make coffee. I will be back in a minute. I will speed this up for you guys. This is Future Ever, just going through and editing this. And I just thought I'd point out how many of these sold while I was away just making coffee. So it's really easy AFK gold. Alright guys, I'm back and I'm caffeinated. Well, I have caffeine, which is a good step towards getting caffeinated. So you can see here I sold lots of stuff while I was away. I don't have to run this undercut scan. I'm going to because it's open and I'm here before I go and do a thing. Because you might as well. I mean, it's open and I'm here. So I'm going to run this undercut scan and relist these things, and then maybe we'll go on a bit of a decor hunt. Just let me know, is this the kind of video you're looking for with these ramble videos? Do you want like a little bit of how I'm making gold in the process? Because I suppose you guys found me because of gold content. Mostly making this just to basically share that you can do gold making stuff and still have fun on WoW. Also trying to make this channel just a little bit different from other gold making channels. Just to, I don't know, I think it could be more fun if you guys got to know me a little bit. I'm spending a lot of time getting to know you, which is really awesome and I'm enjoying it. But it just might be good for you guys to know my life is not gold making. Gold making happens, I do it, but it isn't majority of the time I spend on WoW. I will be honest, lately I am spending a little bit more time gold making than I normally would, but that's because this part of the expansion is ridiculously lucrative. But also because I've been hunting for other profession, like ways to make gold with other professions, and I'm telling you, mining and herbalism, guys, I found a few, but it is not an easy thing to make gold with. I don't know why people are keeping it past leveling. I'm doing it because most people seem to have miners and herbalists, but yeah, I'm finding it really difficult to make passive gold with those things. There could be a thing where I maybe buy the ores off the auction house and then smelt them. That might be a passive option. Maybe I'll look a little bit more into that, but yeah. Maybe in the beginning of an expansion. I can see how they make lots of gold in the beginning of an expansion. But you'd be getting those things as you're leveling. I don't know. It just feels really difficult. Really, really difficult. What did we get? Oh, an outfit. Did we get a whole outfit or just lots of an outfit? Oh, I think we got all of an outfit. Look at that. Wow, looks like we're about to go have an outfit change. Goes completely derailed. Let's go have an outfit change, guys. What's it called? Vengeful something. Sets? Alright. Let's walk around blindfolded for a bit, guys. Can I even see? Like, I don't think so. I think we need new weapons, though. Looking at this, these don't go. We need red ones, obviously. The side benefit of doing all of those runs I've been doing, I've picked up a lot of transmog. So, what do we want? That looks good. Let's do that. How much gold did we just spend there? I suppose it doesn't matter. I have no idea. We're red now. We still have our little enchanter hat on, but it won't be forever. Just gonna go have a quick look at this. I get these box opens just from doing old world content and quests and stuff, so I'm not sure. It feels like it's quest related and old world content related. Oh, look, you can get the mace specifically for... What is this little bit here about? Like, what the... I don't know, Blizzard. Just look at that. Come on. That's a deliberate thing. I'm sure that's deliberate. Like, bad Blizzard. No. But you can get, like, swords and things that match. I don't know if I can even wield a sword, to be honest. Probably have to get the pretty sketchy mace. Hey, somebody was just telling me about... I can't say the word. They used a particular word for transmog that's this level of protection, and it feels like a really well-suited word. You can get like a quiver. How would you put that on though? Oh, instead of a cloak maybe? I don't know, guys. I'm on a tangent. I was supposed to go do stuff, but I get a bit derailed. You've probably noticed in the other videos. I get a bit derailed sometimes. So, look at this hat. Maybe we need this hat. We need this hat, guys. You never know. You never know. There might be an outfit that goes with it randomly. All right. So last time we did this, we went on a bit of a decor hunt. I actually went and did the quests in the starting area, in the housing area, and they sent me to go find like these decor guys, and you could buy a bunch of decor from them. I spent so much gold, stupid amount of gold doing that, guys. I don't know. I must have been like 100,000 gold poorer after visiting all of those different decor vendors. I didn't think I'd like decor, but I have become a... I'll spend lots of gold on this for absolutely no reason kind of person. So, it's happened. I converted. Let me know. How are you guys liking your housing? Like, have you decked it out? Have you decorated it? I even figured out that you could change what the outside looks a little bit, so that's been good. So, where will we go to do our decor hunting? I think when I was editing the last video, I was going to go to Ringing Deeps and then got totally derailed. I was even standing at the Griffin Master and then went on a completely different tangent. So let's see if we can go to the Ringing Deeps and see if they've got anything for us. I'm just going to have some of this coffee. It's good coffee, guys. I don't know if you guys care, but it's like the Podista, I don't know. Podista, I think is how they say it. It's like Nescafe coffee, but you can buy it really cheap. And it's pretty good out of the coffee machine, so I'm enjoying it. Coffee has become my socially acceptable addiction. How come this person's going faster than me? Look at that. What's the deal with that? Guys, rigged. They're going so much faster, and they're obviously on a mount. I'm outraged. Submit a complaint. I think I said I was going to submit a complaint for the other thing because in the other video because the monsters were hard to reach. I'm not a Karen, I promise. I'm a little bit of a Karen. Maybe they fly faster because they're horde. Maybe there's like a horde buff thing. Maybe there's like a class buff you can get as a horde that makes you go faster on these mounts. I don't know. I've never played horde. I maybe should. I haven't. Alright. We will check here to see if we can buy any decor stuff from this guy. We can. Let's empty our bag while we're here. This shelf is pretty meh, but we're going to do it anyway. We're here. We're doing it. I think that's it. Oh, I am about to spend too much gold on this. What is this? A toy. Everybody needs candle shoulders, guys. Everybody needs candle shoulders. Does this look like candles? No. They should have like a whole set. Skinning. I really should have learned cooking. For a while there, cooking was making pretty good gold. If you're in the Ringing Deeps, guys, do this quest here. It has a chance to give you a mount. I'm doing that thing where I didn't keep these for later, but it's fine. Gives you a mount. I've actually got it. I got it maybe 2 weeks ago after like a whole expansion of doing it roughly every week. There were some weeks where I didn't, but roughly every week I would do it. It gives you like 200 gold and you get a chance at the mount. I don't even remember what the mount is called now, but you get a chance at a mount. We're going to visit this guy. We're going to hand in, I have a bunch of these Waxy Globs. I'm actually valor capped. It's been a real pain in the butt. But I'm going to hand in these, waste these for you guys, just to see if there's anything I can get decor related from this guy. No, it doesn't look like it. Would have been nice if they'd put some in here. Well, obviously we need that. Wasting, these are probably going to become relatively obsolete anyway after the expansion, after it changes, after midnight happens. So might as well see how much gold we can make with this. This usually gives you about 1,000 gold. I haven't actually tested how much gold these are making now. I don't know if there's any decor related to ores anymore. How much does this give you? Because we need those for the decor buying. Lots of the regions seem to require that. Just 50? Outrage. Outrage. I need like a notepad for all of the complaints I'm going to submit to Blizzard. That horde was flying faster than me. It only gave me 50 resonance crystals. Let's see how much this box of rocks is going to give us. Look, it wasn't nothing, but it was relatively meh. I remember when these used to make so much gold. Like, you can go check my older videos. It's not current and you can't go do it, but it was making lots of gold there at one point. It was really worthwhile doing the snuffling stuff, but it's just gone so far downhill. Like, it's okay to do as well as something else. If you're flying past one, pick it up, especially if you're not valor capped, if you're looking to get as much valor as you can, you're leveling your gear. I don't know. I have some things I could level, but I need to go get the gilded crests at this point. I think I've used most of these. We're just going to list some stuff on the auction house while we're here. I don't know how exciting this is for you guys. I'm not exactly confident about this style of video yet, in case you haven't noticed. But I suppose we will see how it goes. I will make a series of them for a little bit, see whether or not this is something people want. We run an auction house scam. Needs to be a faster way to do this. Complains because I don't have to manually check them. I have first world problems, guys. First world problems. Alright, we will cancel all of the undercuts because we can't sell them if we are at the back of the line. And we want to sell them. We like selling them. I wonder if like the other reputations have decor. Like if I go to Hollowfall and Spiderland and things, do they have decor? It seems like they might because Dawn did and the little kobolds did, so maybe. It's probably worth checking. I suppose the worst case scenario is I go and there isn't and you know you don't need to go. I suppose that's the worst case scenario. We figure it out together. So open all these, relist them on the auction house. Lots of people have asked why I don't use TSM, and it's because it scares and confuses me. It's the whole reason, guys. It scares and confuses me. I need simple. This is simple. Put thing in, go, gives you an average price, most recent price, and things like that. I need simple. That's why I don't use TSM. I'm sure TSM is better in terms of squeezing every little bit of gold you can out of a scenario. But I am just a hardcore nope at that. So just so you guys know, I don't use that because it scares and confuses me. I don't remember what else we cancelled. That doesn't look like it belongs in my bag. It's a lot harder to just visually check my bag and go, this needs to go in the auction house, because I have so much more stuff in here now. It's just all random stuff too. I don't know why people intentionally crash the market like that. It makes no sense. It doesn't even reduce the competition. Like, I am still here listing my stuff. Binds when used. Wait a minute. Oh no, this is a whoops. This is a alchemy thing that I sent from my alchemist over to here, just because I check this mailbox more often. For a minute, I thought that was the one I could buy from the rep vendor. That would have been a nice little convenient thing to discover. Let's go fly to the other places and see if the rep vendors will give me anything there. I think they're over here. Can we look at our toys while we fly? Pet-sized candle. Oh, no. Just won't let me do it. I don't have very many toys. Maybe we could go on a toy hunt at some point. Do you guys have a lot of toys? Like, some of these are fun to use. I seen somebody with like a full fishing setup the other day when I was in the Dark Moon Fair. They had like a little umbrella, a little chair. They were getting drunk while fishing too. Like, it was telling me that they were drunk off some alcohol in the game. Like, they had a full fishing setup. Like, they were making the most out of it. I was really impressed. Now I'm sitting here wondering if there's a horde class that gets this faster flying. I feel like Blizzard could have done tried harder with like the aesthetics in here. Like, it's okay, but having gone out into like Classic and Burning Crusade, there are much prettier zones out there than. It's like they just gave up trying. I don't know what it is. It just feels like they just gave up trying. Doesn't look like there's any decor in here. Do I have this? I don't think so. I now have this. Tiberious was selling for a lot of gold for ages. Manifest the trial and try not to get hit. That sounds like a fun thing to be doing in a raid. I'm going to need more of these crystals, guys. I don't know what the point of this is. Let's find out. Might only be able to use that once. Tiberious sells for a bit of gold. So if you have too many of these and you're not looking to spend it on Transmog or Decor, pick up a couple of the pets from the different factions. The Waxy Glob guy we were just at, just so you know, the pets from that, you can't trade them, even after you've put them in a box. So just be sure before you spend a bunch of gold on it that you can. How come these guys don't have decor? Like, I would have liked one of these little houses. Blizzard, what's the go? Instead I get a crummy shell. Look at these houses. Why can't I have this aesthetic? I want this aesthetic. Blizzard, fix it. I'm carrying. Fix it, Blizzard, fix it. Okay, let's learn this mount because I didn't know I didn't have it. And I obviously have the reputation for it. What was it called? Obviously we need to set it as favorite. Can this fly? No, can't fly. It is like a giant version of that pet though. Look at this. This is actually a pretty cool mount. I wish it flew though. Mostly because my randomized mount thingy won't choose it as often because almost everywhere is a fly zone. So, okay, so let's have a look at this attunement thing. We did this. Where is this spawn? Is it just available always or? I don't see it, guys. Is it like a buff? I don't know what this has done. Guys, you tell me. Have I just done this wrong or is this spawn random? Do I get to continue to see it for ages? I don't know. I'll run an auction house check. We'll keep checking this. See if it pops up any minute. The unglamorous life of selling silver level enchants. It's not too bad. I expected much more of them to be undercut than that, to be honest. I do find the mornings are easier. And when I say the mornings, I mean the mornings Australia time. I don't know what time it is for everyone else. It is 10:30 a.m. for me on a Tuesday. So, but I have found that there is less competition. It's much better for AFK listing. Sundays are very good for me as well, selling things on the auction house. That takes a lot more effort, but I might do like a 500k day on a Sunday. And the other days just they're not that lucrative. I'm gonna have to go make more of this moon cloth. I don't like how it wants to post all of these. Like, look at the deposit on that. There's no way somebody's going to buy 5 of those. It's just a waste of gold. Now I have to manually click it. I can't remember what I undercut. Alright, so we've done all that. Can we still see the spawn on the map? No. I don't see any spawn. Let's go to Spiderland, and I guess we can try to actively fly there. Let's go to Spiderland and see if they've got anything for us. Making sure I'm going the right way. I'm not going the right way. Or will I get there through that? Let's try. I don't often fly to Spiderland. Normally I would... No, I don't think that's going to work. We need to go this way. Would normally click the mount thing and have it fly me there. Yeah, I think I've got to go this way. Oops, hopefully I don't collide with this boat. The speedy flying is growing on me, guys, but I still don't use it for farming. It's okay in older zones. Like I did that thorium mine route, and that actually made me a lot of gold. That was like 13,500 gold for an app per hour. And that was actually a really good farm for mining. I've been looking for ages to find something that's relatively decent. And I was using faster flying there, but it just feels like the zones are bigger. So faster flying in between nodes kind of feels like it makes sense. But when I tried to use faster flying in this area, for instance, when I was trying to pick up the dirt piles, it just really made me feel a bit ick. Don't know where I'm going. Nope, we don't want to go that way. There's a wall. Nope. Guys, I should have just flown. I think I gotta go down more. I take it back. Faster flying isn't better, guys. It just helps me get lost faster. I'm locationally challenged as it is. Speedy fly, speedy fly. Okay, so the little quartermaster dude is around here somewhere. Over here, maybe? This looks like him. Does he have anything? No, no decor. They've been very fussy about who they gave decor to. It's been really inconsistent, hasn't it? Oh, that's a cool click. Need that click. I suppose on the upside, it's had me go check all of this. I do buy this pet and sell it. It's like I've got some you can see stashed there for when the expansion changes, so I don't have to come back and get it. It sells for about 3,000 gold at the moment, which isn't terrible, but when you've got as much of this, what is it, Kej? I have a huge amount of this. Just not using it fast enough. Like, I'm not even sure how we got so much of it. I'm just not using it fast enough. Well, obviously I need this spider mount. I think I have the other one. And this toy. Look, I'm finding a way to spend it. And this other mount. Guys, I take it back. I found a way to spend it. This decor hunt video turned into more of a mount hunt video. So there's that. Sorry for anybody who's arachnophobic. I think there's a way you can change the settings for arachnophobia, and it turns it into like a crab or something. So we're going to zoom in on this just so anybody with arachnophobia is pre-warned. You probably would have been pre-warned, I guess, by the fact that I was going to Spiderland, but there's that. So that's pretty cool. What's this other one? Royal Course Undercrawler. Probably should have set that other one as favorite so it picks it, but that's okay. Ooh, this one's green. I actually like this one better. And we've got this Hearthstone now. I have a lot of Hearthstones to choose from. Why do I have 2 of those resurrections on my bar? I have a lot of these Hearthstones to choose from, so it's starting to get a bit... They need a randomized one. Give us a randomized Hearthstone button, Blizzard, please. I want to use all of them, but I don't want to have them all on my bars. It doesn't look like there's anything decor here. Can you guys tell I do 0 research here? I will be going to do the... I think it's Swamposaurus that won the vote. So I will be doing the Swamposaurus video very soon. And it will have the same amount of preparation this video has had. Just me wandering around trying to make as much gold as possible for as long as we can, I guess. I could have been using it this way. So it contains 1,000 resonance crystals. Well, we've bought everything we can from the spiders, so might as well get those resonance crystals. Is that all of the reps? I think there's Undermine, but I really hated Undermine. Sorry, everyone. I liked the raid, but the area, I hated it so much. I did nothing in there, so I've got nothing rep-wise. Very little rep-wise. Like, this is the raid, so I did pretty well there. But like I just didn't do it, so it's probably not worth going there to see if I can get anything. But you watch, it'll be the place that has things. I think the next one is we could probably use our little hearth thing. We're gonna go back to Donegal. See, look how many hearthstones I've got now. Like these are all cool. What is this? Oh, look at that. Oh, only usable in Shadowlands. I suppose it doesn't matter, I'm a priest. Is this the spider one? Yes. So this is the spider one. Just puts you in a web. I like the cosmic one best, I think. Also the one that explodes you is pretty good. So there's that. Have you guys ever walked through a spider web? I just can't imagine voluntarily cocooning myself in one. Like it just feels like it would take forever to get out of your hair and stuff. We will go over to I don't know what they call the new zone. What's it called? Koresh. We will go to Koresh and we'll check their quartermaster and see if they've got anything there for the decor. For the Swamp of Sorrow videos, I know this is pretty late, most people aren't watching too long with these ramble videos just yet because they're new and probably like TSM for you guys. It scares and confuses you because it's different. I'm suddenly doing something different, which is fine. I get it. With the Swamposaurus video, did you guys want me to try and stream that? Like, I could try to stream that one. There would be kids in the background, but we could try to stream it if you want to. Let's see. These guys have things, but I'm probably not going to be able to buy them because I am not. What do we have to do to get these guys to like us? Probably quests. War supply crate. Seeing if any of these things give gold. There is like a quest in Dornigal each week. It's a shame that doing the raid doesn't give it to you. There is a quest in Dornigal each week that tells you to go do like a follower dungeon. And if you go do the follower dungeon, you can choose the reputation you want to use that for. So I'm going to go probably do that now and choose Koresh as the people I give the rep to. Because obviously I want that decor, but I don't want to be grinding quests that aren't going to give me gold for it. So we'll go pick up that quest and we'll go do the follower dungeon. Maybe there'll be a decor in there. Who knows? Loading, 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 loading. Where's the dude? Taking ages much. Stonevault. Before we go in there, we'll do that auction house check. It's just about habits, really, for this gold making stuff. Habits, making sure you're checking before you. Transitions. I'm not so great at transitions in a personal sense. But transitions, guys. Oh, I didn't add that toy to my toy box. We're about to have a tangent because I'm going to do this and then I'm going to have a play with this toy and see what it is before we go do that quest. I sped this up for you guys so you didn't have to see me check everything in the auction house again and again. But you get the hint. I'm checking the auction house before I go and do a new thing. Alright, try not to talk during those things so I can speed them up for you guys. Let's have a look at this toy. Maybe we should make a bigger space. Try not to get hit by this. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm already doing terribly. Oh, I can jump it. Okay. No. I should set this up in the middle and upset all of these other people. How often can I use this toy? Oh, geez. Is it just getting faster? I'm not in the thing. Oh, it doesn't seem to be affecting other people. That's a shame. I wonder if I can drop this mid-raid. If any of my guildies are watching this. Pretend to be surprised when I drop this mid-raid when we start back up. I wonder if it will affect party members. Okay, what was the thing we had to go do? Follow a dungeon, probably. Stonevault, I think. Making sure I'm signed up as DPS so it doesn't force me to go and be healer again. It's just faster to do these dungeons as DPS. These follower dungeons, because it doesn't depend on queue time and you can just pull the room. It's pretty easy. You could probably solo this, but you might as well have the minions help you. I didn't actually check to make sure that that Koresh could be chosen. I suppose we'll find out. We're getting some weaver cloth while we're in here. Should probably do that weaver cloth farm again just to see if it's still making the gold it used to. So I don't think we get a decor in here. No, that's a shame. Would have been nice if it doubled up with it. I suppose that was a bit too much to ask for. Should probably have my little bubble on if I'm priest tanking. Could help. A little bit squishy as a clothy. What are you thinking about rolling as next expansion? Like, are you going to change mains? I'm going to priest, obviously, because that's what I do. I like disc priesting, whether or not it's the correct thing to be doing for that expansion. I love a disc priest. But will you be changing mains for the next expansion? I know some people in my guild are like full pumped about it, and some people are just swapping mains. So are you swapping mains, and what are you swapping to, and why? Like, are you going to try out one of the new races? I think I've seen one of my guildies said something about there being a troll race for humans. Well, I don't know what this is. Probably should go maybe here. Oops, didn't make it. Oh well. A troll race for Alliance. So there's an option there with quite a few new races, and I think the dragon race now has a tank. Like, you can be a tank in class with them. So there's a couple of new ones. I can see why people might give those a go, because you can't say for sure. You have a favorite class, I guess, if you haven't tried the other ones. Some people just have some of everything. Like, I'm sure that there's people out there who literally have one of everything. Yeah, but let me know. Are you excited about those changes? Are you going to change mains? Is there something in particular you're really excited about with Midnight? I thought the decor was pretty meh in the beginning, but it has kind of inspired the collector in me to go and do things. And it lines up pretty well with like accidental other things. Like, you've seen this. This video was going to be about basically how I make gold while gameplaying, but also it turned out to be mostly mounts. I think I picked up like four mounts, and that was an accident. I didn't know I was going to be picking up mounts before I did this. So it seems like the decor overlaps with mounts. I think I got some toys as well, mounts and toys. So it might be a good way to collect those things. I maybe could have put a missive on for Koresh. I don't know. I didn't check. Probably could have before I did this. Run around and get the bonus rep for that. Maybe next time. Yeah. So that turned out to be an accident, a side effect of trying to do this. So maybe it is it's a good idea to go back and do the decor if you're a collector, because it turns out you'll accidentally get a bunch of the other stuff just kind of parallel to doing that. So we are getting a lot of weaver cloth in here. Probably not more than the Dark Flame Cleft front room on reset, but it's definitely worth doing this. We're going to clear the rest of these, just in case. So we'll kill all these guys. Weaver cloth usually does alright. Pretty high demand, pretty easy to sell thing. I think I will do that weaver cloth farm again. I know we don't have much left, but it's always good to know if you've got 10-15 minutes and you don't want to fly a place, is that a worthwhile farm? It's probably faster now with our gears, because it's probably a lot easier to clear that front room and reset than it was before. Probably reach lockout a lot faster. I think I was reaching lockout, I don't know, it was months ago that I did it. Lockout after like 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. So we'll run it again, see how much gold we make. It might actually be all right, because I think this Duskweave is now a requirement of a decor item, so the value of those has definitely gone up. It's too bad that there's not a way to turn so many of these into a Duskweave or something, or to break them down and put them back together. Suppose Blizzard did that on purpose. They don't want us saturating the market. Look at them thinking it through. They've actually done a lot this time around to kind of protect gold making. Like, it's a lot harder to make gold in this coming expansion, I think. Like, they've really nerfed a lot of the raw gold farms, making things not lootable and changing the loot tables and things. There isn't a thing on it, but just go do any of the old world farms and you'll see how it's changed. Somebody suggested that it would go back, but I don't think it will. I don't think Blizzard would put all of this effort into um, changing these loot tables for just 3 or 4 months. I don't think they'd do that. I think it's too hard. So surely the guy is dead now. Yeah. We have lost 7,000 gold. Wonder how I did that. Probably buying all of the storm dust earlier. Can we use this? Last time I came in here, it didn't work. Oh, yay, it's working. That's nice. Much better than the running around. These dungeons take like, I don't know, how long have we been in here? 10 minutes? 15, 20 minutes tops. You do make some gold while doing it, but it is the easiest way to get the rep, I think. That and the gold quests, the quests that give you gold. You should never underestimate those guys. Sometimes they can give you insane amounts of gold. I know they're not glamorous, but there was one week I made 15,000 gold just from completing the quests, and that was without the boxes. Like, just always check them. Sometimes it can be really lucrative. It's probably one of the mistakes I see people make most often. I'm going to make a video on top gold mistakes, I think, just to help out any newbie players or existing players who want to make the most out of their gold. Because there are like little mistakes you can make that either lose you gold or leave gold on the table. And if we know those, we're much more likely to avoid making the mistake. If you see me making mistakes, definitely point it out, because I don't know what I don't know until somebody tells me. Or I stumble upon it accidentally all by myself, which I will do eventually, I'm sure. At some point I will realize I'm stuffing up and losing a lot of gold. But if you guys see me stuffing up doing a thing like that, definitely tell me. I want you to tell me. This one button rotation makes it so much easier to off spec. Like, I couldn't, it would have taken forever. I probably don't want to stand in that. Would have taken forever to do this on a disc priest. It really just, I don't know about DPS classes in particular. In raids and stuff is probably not ideal, but as a person who's soloing things and looking to not make a whole new character to go and do other content. Oh, can't click this. Wait, somebody's still fighting something. Maybe that's why I couldn't click it. Still says they're fighting something. Buggy. It's gonna make us run. Rude. I already forgot what I was talking about. That ADD brain strikes again. It's gone. Can't have been that important. Why is this other person now getting attacked? What are you guys fighting with? What are you guys fighting with? I'm back. Just that real life stuff that would have interrupted the stream, I guess. An example of that real life stuff that would have interrupted the streaming. Leave you poor guys standing there waiting for me to come back. But that's fine. I can edit that gap out in here. Just in case you're wondering about the time lapse. So if you have any ideas for these ramble videos, like if there's something in particular you want me to go do, let me know. At the moment, it's just me wandering around aimlessly, which is majority of my gameplay. I do wander around aimlessly and then just whatever happens, happens. But I know some people prefer a more structured approach. So if there's something in particular you want me to do, like actually focus on decor and try to have less tangents, or mounts or toys or I don't know, whatever else. Once the new content comes out, the ramble videos will probably be centered around those, me doing stuff within the new content, like leveling and learning stuff and just out exploring the new content. But in the end of this expansion, we have a bit more freedom with what we can do. Obviously, when the new expansion comes out, I'm going to want to go do that. But we're at the end of this expansion. I'm going to make one of these ramble videos a week. So if there's something in particular you want me to consider doing, pop it in the comments and just let me know, and I'll try to include that in the next video, the next ramble video. We'll just do that at the same time, I guess. Do those things you're interested in. And let me know if you do want this streamed. Like I said, I don't know about the timing. I am doing this on Tuesday at 11 o'clock. This won't be a forever time. My kids are at a play group, so it's actually quite quiet right now, but it won't always be like this. Like, things happen, they get sick, they're at home. I actually think their play group is changing to a Monday from next week onwards. So it just really depends on, did I finish this? The timing of life. So I don't know if I can give you a regular, predictable, repeatable day for, I think this is finished, for the stream. But if you want me to try and do one, just let me know in the comments, and we'll see what we can work out. We'll see if we can make Mondays at like, it would be like 9:30, quarter to 10. Mondays 9:30, quarter to 10. See if we can make that work. This guy's taking forever to load. I wonder what the deal with that is. The game's had some problems lately, so could be to do with that. So we want Koresh. Probably not going to be enough to give us our decor today. Oh, I think it just randomly gives it to us. That's good. Yeah, we didn't get to a point where we could just do anything. We will probably vendor these. I know I can disenchant them. I want that. And this. I know we can disenchant them, but it's not valuable to do that. So we're going to run another auction house scan, and then I will go away and start the video back up in like 30 minutes, I guess, 40 minutes. For anybody wanting to know what the gold total for our run around ended up being. And that was just passive, do it at the same time gold. Not all of it is in there. It takes like an hour to come back to your mailbox if you're selling it in stacks like this. So, and most of my stuff would have been selling in stacks like this, because that's just, it's easier than listing one at a time. So we did get quite a lot of loot, like cloth out of that. I reckon that dungeon gave us like 600 gold. Oh no, wait, I might have already had that. This one here. So I'm going to relist all of these. I will come back in maybe an hour. I'll come back in an hour and tack this onto the end of the video. Just for anybody curious about the gold we made while wandering around. I suppose it is proof that you can make gold without setting out to make gold. And I think that's good for some people. You should never, unless you really love farming, and there will be people who really love farming, you should never make gold making like a huge chunk of what you're doing in WoW. It should be more about playing the game, how you enjoy it. If the way you enjoy it is gold farming, that's fine. Go ahead, do it until your heart's content. But don't make gold farming a chore. You'll just get bored, you'll burn out, you'll get stressed. There's no point. It is a game. It is a super fun game, but it is still a game. There's no sense being stressed about it. So try to have fun as well. Don't make gold making your whole WoW life. So we will relist these, and I will come back in an hour and show you guys how much gold we made. Alright guys, just logging back in to see how much gold we made for that hour of gameplay. We just did gold in the background. We didn't do anything fancy. I haven't logged in. I went to pick up my kids, so I have no idea how much gold we've made here. We're standing right here, so we will check to see if there are any public orders. Nothing. Alright, so let's see. So we sold a bit, looks like it. Just go through this slowly for anybody who cares enough to want to have a look at what sold and for how much. We've got a couple of pages, I think. This is just gold we made while game playing. So this is just to prove to you, you can have fun. Whoops, I skipped a page. you can just play WoW and make gold. Like, you don't have to be grinding every step of the way. It's actually really easy if you just create habits that are repeatable. I will open this. There's far more pages here than I thought there was going to be. It just keeps going. Oh my goodness. Let me know in the comments, do you guys care about seeing what sold and for how much? Should I keep doing this, or do you just want me to open the mail and give you a total? Oh, we finally made it to the last page. All right, let's open it all. Oh, we made a bit. I'm not sure if he's talking to me. Okay, so we made 101,000 gold, guys. 101,000 gold while doing an hour of gameplay. I didn't do any farming. I didn't do anything special. I did 16 minutes beforehand. Before we started, I did 16 minutes of making my enchants. And then before I did other tasks during my gameplay, I just checked to see if I was undercut on the auction house. While I'm talking, I should be checking to see if I'm undercut. I was just checking to see if I was undercut on the auction house. I made a lot of gold, and all I was doing was playing WoW, so it doesn't have to be a grind. So I will make more of these ramble videos. I can include more of a doing gold at the same time thing. In the last video, I just kind of avoided doing that because I was trying to make this different. But I suppose it doesn't hurt for people interested to see about how you can do this gold making. And I wouldn't say 101,000 gold is a small amount of gold for an hour. How you can do this kind of gold making just while doing other stuff. It doesn't have to be endless loops for farming. It doesn't have to be running dungeons endlessly. It doesn't have to be optimized every second. It's just basically repeatable habits that you do while you play. This is how I make as much gold as I do. There are, like I said, I have started to spend time doing very specific farms, but that's while I'm trying to look for farms for you guys to do. Like, I found that thorium farm. It makes almost 14,000 gold an hour. It would make more if I put on any buffs. And you could do that on loop for as long as you want, but I'm not going to go back and do that. Oh, look, there's some more that sold. I'm not going to go back and do that now because that's just too active for me in terms of gold making. So I found it. I told you guys about it, and now I'm not going back to it. Just because I would rather the AFK gold. That's just it's just my preference. I like to make gold while I play WoW. So I'll leave it here. This video is going to be a little bit longer. I haven't edited it yet. This video is going to be a little bit longer than the last one, and well done to anybody who made it to the end. Listening to an hour or over an hour of me rambling on about whatever and being on whatever tangent I latch onto next is no small task. So well done to everyone who stayed, and thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. It just helps me to know whether or not you want more of this content. So I know there was actually quite a few of you who watched all of this last time. I was actually really surprised. I didn't think it would do as well as it did, but there was quite a few people who watched all of my video. So thanks heaps, and thank you so much if you've done that again. Always put your comments in. I'll try to have a chat with you about it. Any questions you might have, I need to go and make more of those. Any questions you might have, any chat you want to do, just put it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer you over the next few hours. I'll definitely be more active over the next couple of hours in terms of responding to replies, but I will still answer them nonetheless over the weekend. It's just a bit slower. I'm sure for most people, they're doing things on the weekend with their families or friends and things. It's just a bit harder to check the YouTube, what is it called? YouTube analytics, or goes on another tangent. What's this called? YouTube Studio. There we go. I actually have to go look at it, guys. YouTube Studio is the thing that tells me about, maybe I'll put 200 of those on, tells me about your comments. So I will try to answer them as quickly as I can. So put them in and I will do my very best. As always, remember, girls don't play WoW.